Hello everybody, Die Hard Sports Car Collector here. Well, today we're gonna do a PSA submission return. It's been a while since I had one of these come back. I actually stopped submitting to PSA for a while. I didn't have a job really, and decided just to take a few months off. But they did have a special. I think this was August for some vintage years. So I did a submission for a local friend of mine. He gave me about 20 something older cards. So they did get back today, and we're going to go through his grades. I did put these in order from the lowest grades to the highest grade. So everybody, you guys can check out what he got. The first card here is a 1986 Topps of Phil Simms. And this one got a PSA 6. I also like to glance over the card to see if I see anything that make it grade that low. And it looks like we do have a crease right here. It's kind of hard to get it on camera. There is a little crease I see right there, like a little thumbnail indentation right there, but still a very good looking card. Alright, so next up we have a 1987 Alex English Flair sticker. They got a PSA 7. You can just look at this card and tell it's very old. It's got that kind of look to it. And these here are very hard to grade a 10 because the centering is never perfect on these. So alright, so that's a very cool card. Next up we have a Moses Malone 1988 Fleer. And this one also has a PSA 7. There we go. This is from 1988 Fleer. This is Scottie Pippen's rookie year. Alright, back to football. We have a 1986 William Perry, Refrigerated Perry, PSA 7. These are colored borders, so any white that PSA sees on a colored edge, they are pretty strict on. Alright, another card from the same set. We got a 1986 Topps J. Schrader, got a PSA 7. Same thing. Older cards with the colored borders. PSA is very strict on. And here's an iconic set. 1986 Fleer. We have a Moses Malone. They got a PSA 7. You guys all know this is Michael Jordan's rookie year. We get up a little closer here. We see that it does have a little chipping, a little white showing on the top corner there. And PSA will deduct a few points for that right there. Still a very well-centered 86 Fleer card. Alright, we got another card for that same set. We have a Kurt Rambis. They got a PSA 7. This one on the bottom right corner there, got some white showing. The top left. And a little bit on the top right there. So they deducted a point for each one of those. That's why this one got a 7. Cool looking picture. A Kurt Rambis there on that card. Alright, here's the next one here. One of my favorites, the Iceman. Me being a Spurs fan. George Gervin. This got a PSA 7. Similar to the last one here. We get in here close. We see a little white on our corners there. And PSA did deduct for that one. All of these are very well centered. It's hard to find these in good centering. The well centered ones go for a higher sale price for sure. All right, here's our next one here. We're going to go back to the older Topps football, 1986. We got a Joe Theismann. This got a PSA 8. Again, once again, very good centering on that one. It's just these corners that they get you for with the white showing. That's another one right there. All right, we got a 1989 Hoop Scottie Pippen. And this one got a PSA 8. Not sure what they saw on this one here, because this one does have white borders and edges, so it makes you wonder what they docked for something like this one. Take a look at these back corners here. Really don't look too bad on that one. All right, back to some older football. We have a 1986 Topps Jim McMahon, and this one got a PSA 8. Don't see anything too off on that one right there. Just a little white on a couple of these corners again. And these are pretty good grades for cars this old, because the material they made the cars out of back then was very kind of flimsy. So it's easy for those cars to get damaged. Back to some older Fleer here. We got a 1986 Cedric Maxwell. And this one got a PSA 8. Take a look at that corner right there. And on this one here, it's a little white along the top edge on that one right there. That's why this one got an 8. Still very well centered cards. And the way you tell these are real, if you ever get 86 Fleer, is by this little arrow here. It's always a dark orange. If you get a card and this is yellow like this Premier sign here, it's most likely a fake. That dark orange always stands out. And on the back, you want to be able to see a decimal point. You always want to be able to see that decimal point. If you don't see that decimal point, I mean, it's most likely a fake. Alright, so that was my quick lesson on how to spot a genuine 86 Fleer card. I do have the Michael Jordan out of this set. One of my favorite cards in my collection. Alright, back to some older football. 1986 Topps. We got a Warren Moon. This one got a PSA 8. Zooming in on that top right corner, we do see some white there, along with that edge right there. Still a very cool looking card. Alright, his next card is an 86 Topps Walter Payton that got a PSA 8. And we do see that one has a little bit of white showing right there. All the rest of the corners don't look that bad. So it's still in near mint condition, which is not bad for a vintage card. Alright. Back to some more older Fleer. We have a 1986 Fleer Purvis Short. Got PSA 8. Love the centering on this card. Just a little bit off from top to bottom. Not too bad. And to me, this looks a little bit better than the 8. I mean, in my opinion, this one should have got a 9. Okay. Next up is another 86 Fleer. This is Vinnie Johnson for the Pistons. PSA 8. We do see a little white on some corners down here. Again, in my opinion, I think it should have graded a little bit better than the 8. With PSA, it really depends on the grader. One person can say it's one grade, another grader can say it's a different grade. So that's one thing I don't like about PSA. It really comes down to the grader you get. If that person's having a bad day, you know, they could be very strict on your cards. Okay. And here's the next card here. 1989 Fleer Dennis Rodman. Don't see too many of these cards here floating around. I mean, this one does have white borders and edges. Maybe they might deduct it from the back of it. It does have a colored backside to it. Alright, so we're going to get to his best grades here. This 1989 Fleer Buck Williams got a PSA 9. Again, this one looks like some of the other cards I just showed you guys that I thought should have graded a 9. Alright, so there we go. And we got a 1988 Fleer Mark Jackson. They got a PSA 9. Very nice card right there. That was on his second year card right there. Alright, we got a 1988 Fleer Kenny the Jet Smith. Got a PSA 9. He played with the Sacramento Kings on this card here. Looks very, very clean to the eye. Very nice centering on that one. And his last card here is a 1986 Topps John Elway. He's definitely going to be happy about this one. It's one of the better names in the whole set. Now, I don't think that's really no edge wear. I think it's just from the white pattern there that's down there. Like I say, once again, it all depends on the grader on how they interpret your card and what they decide to give you. Alright, so that is it. This is his last card. Very nice John Elway from the 1986 Topps set. Very cool, iconic card right here. But guys, stay tuned to the channel. I do have some more PSA submissions coming back. I got some of these guys in the PSA submission. I think I might have sent 20 of these in to get graded. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. If you're new here, hit that like and subscribe button. I do want to bring you guys some more PSA submission returns. I really believe PSA is starting to get backed up again. When they get slow, they run these specials, and when they run those specials, everybody send cards in, so they end up getting backed up again. Alright everybody, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It's going to be peace out from Die Hard Sports Card Collector.